spring nail polish picks video for you guys today. Initially, I was absolutely not going to do this video because usually when I do my spring nail polish picks, I go through the four mainstream brands, which is OPI, China Glaze, Essie, and Zoya, in my opinion. And I look at their spring collections and I sort of go through and note any trends or anything that I'm seeing, and then I make a spring nail polish video based off those trends, and I go through my collection and pick out some things that I think would fit into those trends. This year, I wasn't planning on doing it because if you look at the OPI, China Glaze, and Essie collections, it's a lot of brights and it's a lot of pastels, and I just thought at this point I don't need to do another video on brights and pastels, and I wasn't feeling very inspired by any of the collections. If you are a new nail polish collector, I think that collections like this, OPI spring collection is the New Orleans collection, Essie's was some sort of bright, like they put out their resort collection. China Glazes had brights as well, and if you're a new nail polish collector, I think collections like this are great for you. If you are starting off, you can kind of get your standard sort of trendy colors, and they're colors that you could use again the next year and the year after that, and they're just good solid basics for you to pick up. If you want to see swatches of any of those collections, Jess Face 90 has done swatches, I think, of all of the collections at this point. So I will link those down below, as well as other videos that I have watched for swatch collections for those collections. So yeah, if you're curious about those colors, then I will link those videos down below. But if you're not a new collector, then you are absolutely going to have polishes that will fit into the brights and pastels trends, and I just figured at this point you guys didn't need to see another video of me picking out very similar pastels and brights from my collections, if not the same from past videos. But a couple of you guys did say you wanted to see me do this video, so I thought I would do this pretty quickly and just do a sort of shop my stash type of spring nail polish picks, which is something that actually somebody suggested, so I thought I would do that. Since I am doing a shop my stash style video, these polishes are not going to be new, and some of them are not going to be very easy to find, but you'll be able to find colors that will be very comparable, if not like the same, in already available colors, either in the mainstream core collections or the new collections that just came out this season. I am going to start, I have my little tray, and I'm going to start with what I generally always start with in the spring, and that would be your neutrals. I have two neutrals to show you guys. These are both from OPI, coincidentally. I actually went through like the brands, the mainstream brands, and sort of picked what I thought they do the best, and I'm going to show you a couple of polishes from each of those categories. OPI does neutrals very, very well, so I thought I would show you two neutrals that I know I'm going to be picking from this spring. This is I Can Only Wear OPI, which is from the OPI Venice collection. I did a video on this. I actually only picked up 4 from the Venice collection, which was their past fall collection. And this is a very, very light gray cream. And I'm actually wearing it right now on some of my fingers, and it's a really nice color. If you're somebody that likes lighter nails and likes sort of the white nail look, but you think it's too bright, or it's just not something that you don't like wearing stark white nails, you want to do neutrals, but you don't want to do sort of the bridal colors, then I do recommend a gray. Zoya makes gray. I think Essie has a couple of grays. The other one that I have to show you from OPI is kind of like a bridal-y color. This is Don't Burst My Bubble. This was from the Wizard of Oz collection quite a while ago, but it is a sheer baby pink with a little bit of a beige tone to it. Again, OPI has a million colors like this. Essie has a million colors like this. I can only imagine China Glaze maybe has like 1 or 2, but Zoya has a bunch of colors like this. So this is a very easy color to find throughout all brands. Even I think Revlon probably has a color like this. It's just that sort of nude, neutral nail. I know nude is kind of hard to say because this color is not going to be a nude on everyone, but for me it's a nude color, and yeah, very sort of salon workplace woman type of color, but it's a color that I always reach for in the spring at least once because I like sort of having that clean palette cleanser. From China Glaze, I actually have 2 pastels because a lot of the China Glaze colors that I have are either cream pastels or cream brights, and some of my most fond memories of China Glaze is actually purchasing colors from this collection. This was a spring collection from like 2010. I think it was called the Light as Air collection, and it was all pastels, and I thought that was one of my favorite. I pretty much think that's one of my favorite China Glaze collections to date. This one is Light as Air, which is a very light lavender purple cream. It's what I have as an accent nail on these two colors underneath the gold glitter, or these two fingers underneath the gold glitter, and it's a really just pretty, it's kind of neutral. It's not a super bright purple, but it's a really pretty pastel color. Again, very easy to wear these sort of colors in the springtime. The other color that I have from China Glaze was from that same collection, and it's the color Lemon Fizz, and this is sort of a brighter yellow pastel color. Now, I say China Glaze does pastel creams and bright creams really well. Pastel creams are generally really annoying to work with anyway. A lot of them are streakier and just icky nail polishes to work with. But I think color selection wise, China Glaze, at least like in my memories, I'm very fond of China Glaze's cream pastels. So yeah, this one's not particularly very easy to work with, but it's a color that I haven't worn in a while, and I saw this in my China Glaze stash and I thought that would actually be really, really nice for this spring this year. And it's just like a bright summery, not summery, but sunny yellow pastel. And so I thought I would pick this one for my stash. And yeah, just sort of, those are the pastels that I figured that I would like the most so far for the spring this year. From Essie, these four colors were actually very inspired by Zenora. Zenora had a project nail polish for 2016 video, which I will link down below, in which she listed a couple of nail polishes that she wanted to finish. Most of the Essies in that video, I think there were 3 or 4, were from the Resort collection from 2009 or 2010. But it's the collection that came with Splash of Grenadine, Lapis of Luxury, and Turquoise and Caicos. And, oh sorry, this one is Turquoise and Caicos. And these are some of my, again, I have very fond memories of this collection because it was one of the first collections that I think Essie did that really kind of went outside of the neutral bridal box. For the longest time, Essie did basically only salon colors, which were the bridal pinks, neutral beiges, reds, and sort of that spectrum of colors. And then in 2009/2010, they started to branch out more towards colors. And now Essie does a lot of collections that have brighter and richer colors, but seriously, they didn't do, like, if you look at their retro revival collection, what, 4 out of 5 of them were neutrals. There was a red, there was a light gray, there was like a sparkly, frosty sort of beigey color, and then there was Starry Starry Night. And Starry Starry Night was like one of like probably 5 or 6 bright or like bold colors that Essie did before this Resort collection. So yeah, this Resort collection kind of, again, I have very fond memories of it. And these are sort of the brights that I picked for this season. Splash of Grenadine is one of the prettiest sort of purpley pinks that I have, and it's one of the purpley pinks that I reach for the most. And it's just, it's bright, but it's also like subdued, if that makes any sense. It's so pretty and so feminine, but also very fun and great for the spring and summer. Turquoise and Caicos is one of my favorite turquoises, and it's just, I think it's also the name, but it's just very tropical and very fun, and it's another bright turquoise, and I love turquoise to begin with anyway. And then Lapis of Luxury is a sort of cool toned cloudy blue, but it's a little bit more saturated than just like a periwinkle is. I have this on my toes right now and it looks great. And yeah, I love this color. It's one of my favorite blues from Essie as well. The other color that I have from Essie is called In The Cab-ana. This came out in a Resort collection a couple of years after this Resort collection that I just talked to you guys about, and it is another turquoise. It's a little bit bluer than Turquoise and Caicos, and a little bit more saturated, and it's just another fun, bright sort of spring color that I'm going to pick from. From Zoya, I have these glass flecks. Zoya, to me, does glass flecks the best out of any other brand. They have a lot of glass flecks. Zoya Charlotte is one of them, and Charlotte is like my favorite nail polish of all time, tied with OPI's Smitten with Mittens. And yeah, Zoya does Glass Flex the best in my opinion. They have a very wide range of Glass Flex as well, starting with the Sparkle collection, then they had the Sunshine collection, and then they had like a holiday collection that had Glass Flex, and they did Glass Flex for like every season for like 3 years, and so they have a lot of Glass Flex to choose from. These three in particular I saw in my little Zoya drawer, and I thought those would be really nice for springtime. This is Tiffany, and it's a little bit of a orangey pink. It's kind of like a salmon-y color, and it's not a color that you guys ever see me talk about because you guys know that I sort of hate orangey colors on me, but I think because of the Glass Fleck in this, it makes it a lot easier for me to wear. The base color is a salmon-y pink, and then the Glass Fleck is a very, very pretty and reflective gold, and so it just makes it a shimmery, neutral pink on the nails. It feels kind of work appropriate, but it's also very glitzy at the same time. This one is Apple, and this one was from the Sunshine collection, which came out the year after the Sparkle collection. This is a apple green, and it has a gold shimmer running through it, and it's so fun and it's so pretty. And if you love green nail polish and you don't have this one, then you absolutely have to get this one because it is one of my favorite green nail polishes I think of all time. The last one from Zoya is called Crystal, and this is a cool sort of slightly steel toned blue color, but it has that gold shimmer running through it as well. This one reads a lot more metallic on the nail and sort of frosty on the nail versus these two. The base for Apple and Tiffany are a little bit more jelly-ish than Crystal. Crystal has a little bit more of like a foily base, so it reads a little bit more metallic on the nail. Going into indies, the other thing that I really like in the springtime, well, there's two more things. The other things that I like breaking out in the springtime have to be shimmers and then hollows, and I'll talk about the shimmers first. I think I talked about these last year, but these are from, well, I talk about these all the time, but these are from Starlight Polish, and you guys know that Starlight Polish is the one brand that I bought like 3 years ago, and I was looking for shifty shimmers, and I came across them on Etsy, and they had like dragon, unicorn, and phoenix themed nail polishes, and there were 9 of them, and 3 of them were just like top coats, 3 of them were shifty shimmers and a jelly base, and 3 of them were shifty shimmers and a hollow. And so I was like totally in love with them, and I'm still totally in love with them, but I always break them out in the springtime because shifty shimmers just look amazing in the sunlight, and so, you know, they're fun in the winter. They're fun all year round, but when it's springtime, the sun comes out more, it's more fun to bring out these nail polishes that just, you know, like the sun makes a total difference to these nail polishes. So this is Dragon Scales. This is a green jelly base with a shifty shimmer. That goes from like an orangey to a gold to a green, and it's very, very pretty. And I use this on its own. I also layer this over other things. This and Phoenix Feathers and Unicorn Tears, I think is, yeah, Unicorn Tears are the jelly bases with shimmer running through them, and they're so pretty. Other shimmers, this is the KB Shimmer Birthstone color in pink tourmaline, but that entire collection, the Birthstone collection, is gonna go like super fun in the springtime because again, the sun's coming out, and so your nails are just gonna be super metallic and super hollow. I did a whole video on these, so I'm not gonna go on very long about these colors, but I will link the video I did on these down below so you guys can see. They are silver metallic foils inside of a color base with a hollow glitter running through them, so these are just gonna look like crazy cool in the sunlight. And then some hollows. I always break out, well, okay, I live in Northern California, so the sun is around all the time, but for people that don't get a lot of sunlight in like the fall and winter, springtime is like the time to break out the hollows again because hollows just look amazing in the sunlight. This is Jade Holographic Mystic Gold. I don't know where you can get this now because Colors by Laro doesn't sell anything but Colors by Laro, or Laro's website doesn't sell anything but Colors by Laro. So I don't know where you can get Jade nail polish now, but this is probably the best gold hollow ever. It's amazing. It looks like liquid molten gold, and then there's a very, very bright hollow running through it. So I love this. This is probably the hollow that I'm going to wear the most this spring because I just rediscovered it in my drawer and I was like, I need to wear that again. So it's on my desk. I'm gonna wear it more. That is my spring nail polish picks video. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any particular spring nail polish colors that you are looking forward to wearing, then let me know in the comments down below. If you guys bought any of the new spring nail polish colors from like OPI or China Glaze or Essie, let me know if there are any absolute need polishes in those. I would love to know. Even though I'm on a no buy, I'll still go look at swatches or something. But yeah, let me know if there are any spring nail polish recommendations you guys have, so we can have a little conversation about it in the comments when I get around to commenting back. But I read all of them, like I said in the last couple videos. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys are new to my channel, if you could subscribe, that would totally make my day. Otherwise, let me know what type of videos you guys would like to see aside from your spring nail polish picks in the comments down below. And I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys soon.